Hey guys, what's up? It's your favorite anatomy traveler here, Annalise Hoffman, and welcome to another episode of Traveling on My Mind. So, last week I went to the inferior temporal gyrus and I had the best time. Make sure to check out last week's episode, like, and subscribe to my channel. So after reading all of your comments, I finally took your advice and I went to the cerebellum. I can't wait to share with you guys all that I learned on this awesome brain region. So come on, let's go check it out. There are so many great brain regions, I had a hard time choosing where to go next. After some exploring and some research, I finally decided on the cerebellum. The cerebellum makes up about 10% of the brain size, but contains about 50 to 80 of the neurons in your brain. How crazy. And I knew that if I was going to travel to the cerebellum, I'd have to do it soon. The older I get, the more likely it is that the cerebellum will shrink in size by 18%, lose its white matter by 26%, and lose its Purkinje cells by 33%. So now's the time to go. Let's seize the day. Okay, here we go. Off to the cerebellum. So I finally made it to the cerebellum. My cab just picked me up from the airport. I'm on my way to the hotel. The flight was super great. I flew towards the back of the brain, down below the occipital and the temporal lobes, and can't wait to check it out. My cab just dropped me off, so I'm walking through the town now, starting to check things out. I'm probably gonna grab a bite to eat soon. As you guys know, one of my favorite things about traveling is trying the local food. So I do see a welcome center up ahead, so I'm gonna go check that out, see what I can learn about the cerebellum, and see if they have any good places for me to eat. So this is what the cerebellum looks like. So cool. Hey guys, so I'm on my way to Pathways Cafe, which is the cafe that the man at the Welcome Center recommended me to try yesterday. So he gave me a bunch of pamphlets on the cerebellum, and I'm learning a lot on the cerebellum actually. So I didn't know that the food here is imported from the brain stem, the spinal cord, and other parts of the cerebrum, and that's how the cerebellum is connected to other regions in the brain. So for lunch today, I'm gonna have the afferent pathway wine. It's the inferior olive and the medulla. So good and so refreshing. And then for my main course, the efferent pathways consists of a fiber bundle meal, which is made up by the inferior cerebellar peduncle, the middle cerebellar peduncle, and the superior cerebellar peduncle. Looks so good. I can't wait to try. So as you guys can see, I'm on a nice bike ride around the cerebellum. As far as transportation goes around here, the regions are connected by parallel fibers, mossy fibers, and climbing fibers. The dentate nucleus, vestigial nucleus, and interposed nucleus help the neural signals get around. The main neurotransmitters used in this region are the glutamate and GABA neurotransmitters. What a beautiful day for a bike ride. Hey guys, so the cerebellum plays an important role in balance, posture, coordinating voluntary movements, motor learning, and some language and learning functions. So you guys are going to join me at my yoga class today. The neurons around here earn a living by working as a feedback control system or as a feed-forward control system. The neurons that work as a feedback control system help guide future decisions based on what has already happened to the thing you're changing. The neurons that work as a feed-forward control system help guide future decisions by taking information from what they've learned over time, and they anticipate decisions based on the things they're seeing. I'm so glad that I could come to the cerebellum to work on coordinating my voluntary movements and to get my mind and body right. Hey guys, so it's my last day here and I decided to grab a cup of coffee from the local coffee shop named Cerebellum Coffee Cafe. As I was sitting here, I started talking to one of the locals named Kaylin. Say hi, Kaylin. So, Kaylin has ataxia, and ataxia occurs after a damage or a stroke in the cerebellum. Ataxia results in slurred speech and poor coordination. Every week, Kaylin sees a speech pathologist to help improve her speech, as well as receiving occupational and physical therapy services. Some other disorders to the cerebellum include dysdiadochokinesia dysphagia, dysarthria, and apraxia of speech. Cerebellar damage can impact speech and lead to verbal fluency and semantic access deficits, grammatical and syntactical errors, and linguistic problems such as word generation and propositional skills. Disorders related to the cerebellum are usually treated by speech therapy, physical therapy, and occupational therapy. Some medications can also be prescribed to help ease symptoms. So now I have to head back to my hotel and start packing to head home. I've had a great trip. Just landed back in Buffalo. Hey guys, so I just got back from the cerebellum. I hope you enjoyed my video and learned a lot on this awesome brain region. Make sure to like this video and comment down below where to go next. I'll see you next week, Anatomy Travelers, on Traveling on My Mind.